Got it. Hey, what's up? Don't keep me singing. See, you trying to trick me.
We let it keep going. We gave you one word.
What are you talking
We
about?
gave you one word and let you go with it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my
what you're
goodness.
talking
You
about.
drinking from aluminum.
Too late. Aluminum.
Let me-
Yeah, it's recyclable. Oh, look at there. Hey.
Yeah.
This is my favorite, by the way. This is my favorite Pepsi product, I think, is with real
I
sugar.
thought it was mango.
I love the mango. That's second best.
Okay.
Or we can drink from this one.
Oh,
That looks nice.
is that Margot
Official.
Margot Robbie? Is that who that is? Oh no, it's not. That's Don't know if you heard that. You know, like they're talking about her being the new Jack Sparrow character.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Correct.
but I like this one. Yar,
That's nice.
matey.
That's nice. Is that your King Cup?
That's right. Yar. This was the fourth
Old
member of the
Dungeons
podcast.
and
Didn't
Dragons. Yes, I love
make it.
it.
Didn't make it. They still on the podcast. Little they know.
So I see you got you're in your new place there, Game God. You had to get
got the
you
studio up
reset
and running.
things. Yeah.
It looks different.
Got the studio up and running. I gotta tell you, I'm starting to feel like I'm the collector junior. I was like, man, where's all this stuff supposed to go?
Wow.
I
Well,
would say
yeah.
it's more like the collect stuff junior, because the collector, that I mean, you'd have to have rent some storage units for that. I'm just saying.
Well, that is true. That is true. But I'll tell you this much: there's still a lot of stuff I couldn't put up.
Hey, I will tell you this
Oh,
much.
yeah,
I stopped into some storage units today, and I'm like, "What? Where's all the stuff going to go?" Incredible, ridiculous.
I see us up, and
Yeah.
We are up. We are up and running live on
So,
But I got some stuff, guys. I got as I was rearranging and re-putting stuff up, or whatever you want to call it. I got a couple of things that I picked up and found along the way. I'd like to share with you guys if we got a moment.
Please. I would love for you to share.
I have a couple minutes.
So-
Sure, we can squeeze that in.
So I can tell you right now, I cannot be one up by Moose. And so last week he went and got he did a little streaming this past weekend, his little unboxing of his galactic piles. So I had to go out and I had to show mine too.
Look at there. Yes.
Nice.
I actually took mine out the packaging.
We can see
and
that.
show. So we got that one. The two best ones I picked up. I picked up the two best ones.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
I didn't think the
That's good.
Jawa had legs, but I guess it
Yeah.
does.
Hey,
Yeah.
open the package, man. Stop playing.
No, I always keep them in the package. You know me. Come on.
So you know, and then I went across and I found some of my favorite toys. My Transformers
Gene, how
stuff.
are you? Good to see you out there. Right?
So
See some
good to
comments
see you,
coming
Gene.
through.
Yep, there you go. I gotta tell you, I finally got him. Galvatron.
Oh,
Nice.
This guy right here with the matrix of leadership.
Why don't you see if somebody can commission that so you could, because you can have one.
No, I do have one that's been in my little tab there, ready to be sent.
Okay.
Yeah. But listen, not to be outdone, one of my favorite, if not my favorite character, is really close, is this guy right here.
Oh, thanks.
There you go. Moose, you like this guy, right, Moose?
That's
Well,
awesome.
That's great. Yeah.
Right? And there was one last thing, guys. I gotta show you. There's one
That's
last
great.
thing. So I'm a Decepticons guy through and through,
Yeah. Yep.
and it really, really hurt me to get this right here. So bear me while I drop down and get it right here.
Bear you.
Okay.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
bear
All
you.
right.
All right.
We'll bury you.
We're bearing. Moose, you have some stuff to show too, don't you?
Bearing in progress. Yeah, I got a couple things I'll show. Why not?
I got a couple.
Look at this
There
guy.
it is. Oh, you're
at
kidding
this.
me. Wow.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah. Appreciate that. Oh.
I am Optimus Prime. We meet again.
oh, that's good, man. That is awesome.
So
Yeah.
I had to get him
Nice.
because listen, this is nice. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
It's got good size. Does he live? He lives in my desk. I had to pull him out from underneath. It has good size. It fits the head good. The eyes light up, as you guys can see.
Mhm.
It is Peter Cullen's voice.
Yes, which is good.
Yeah.
It's got some battle damage to it, so that's also really cool. And let me tell you, if Optimus looks like this, and you know Optimus is plain Jane, right? If Optimus looks like this, Megatron comes out in September, and his eyes light up red.
Hey,
So
we better mark that on the calendar. September. Game
They
God
try
will
to
be
get
on
me
the
for
podcast.
reserve. They try
Do
to
you
get
have
me
that?
for reserve.
Do you
Game
have
God will
that in
be in
your?
line.
Yeah. Do you have that in your cart already? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, no, they try to get me to reserve it. Hey, check this out. They said you can. Oh, it's coming out in September. You can reserve it for $25. We'll let you know when it comes in, but we can't guarantee it'll be here on release date.
No, thank you.
How am I
Like,
what's the
hey.
reservation due?
Hey, you had me for a second. I just want you to know that. But yeah, I picked up a couple of goodies there, and they will have spaces. So I had to let you guys know the Ant-Man helmet is a placeholder. That's where Optimus is going right up there.
Okay.
And so I couldn't leave an empty space. And then I had to move some stuff around. Soundwave's in there, and Galvatron's somewhere like that. But yeah, good stuff, man. Good quality stuff. Was not cheap.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. You have to make space for all this stuff, isn't it?
Yes. I saw it, Mike. I did see it. I saw it. I didn't want to say anything unless he brought it up, but yeah, I saw it.
On air. That's right, baby. On air.
Hey, I got a couple of things. I didn't tell you guys I had a couple of things to show you.
Oh, good. Go ahead. You go, and then I go. How about that?
Well, yours is going to be the that's
no. I just have a couple of things.
Okay.
I just have a couple.
So I picked these up recently, obviously, and this is a little. I don't usually do Legos, but here's a.
The Dark Trooper. I held it in my hand. I held it in my hand.
And this is the Disney edition, so you don't find them just anywhere.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
That's nice.
I did have one in my hand, Mike, and I thought about it, and I put it back. I was like, because the only reason why is that I saw a Shadow Trooper, the Stormtroopers. And I wanted that one instead, and so I put it back.
So you didn't get either one, right?
No,
good
don't
for you.
tell me you got it. Don't tell me you got it, Mike, because I did it. Oh,
yes, that's nice.
Yes.
Red 5.
Red 5 standing by.
Right.
Hey, Mike, I expect to see you have them completed by next podcast.
Okay.
That's nice, man. I like those a lot. I like those. I wish I could collect all of them. Lego stuff is just so expensive.
It is.
She said, "Is there more stuff to my this right or this right?"
You're right. I mean, she says to your right is pretty clear. I don't know.
So no, there's other stuff over here. Yes, but not on camera. Yes, there's no shelves. There's more stuff.
Hey, I got something to show you. Gene, you wait one day. I'm gonna flip this camera around. Your eyes are gonna pop out of your head with all this. We just need to take a tour. We could do a new tour of just like one shelf a week. I mean, we would have plenty.
I'm just gonna say this because there are a lot of things that we kind of joke around about, and sometimes people exaggerate about things. But I got to tell you, Gene, just so you know, Moose is not exaggerating when he talks about him being the collector, because it's not just his room there, and that room that's a bedroom sized room, so it's not and bigger than an average one. It's not just the room; it is his other storage units, plural, that he has. That's full of stuff.
Yeah, there's And when we talk about storage units, we're talking about. I'll give you just for fun. This is the real. They're not even podcasting, so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're talking about like storage units of like a 10 by 20 packed, 10 by 20 packed, and then you'll take another 12 by 20 packed, and then we got a 10 by 10 packed. I mean, I'm not kidding with you when I tell you that the next one is a 20 by 20 and is packed. But so this is something cool. Picked a few of these up. Take a look at this. This is from the it's the Black Series, but then it's the carbonized graphite series. So it's kind of cool. It has a little shimmer to it. That's kind of cool.
I see that, yeah.
Yeah. So and then I picked up this guy here.
Short Trooper. That looks
Short
good.
Trooper, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this bad boy right here, he's big. So this is from the Mandalorian, of course.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
Man, that's good.
Very
Really
cool.
nice.
Very cool.
That's
Love it.
nice. That's really
Anyway.
nice. Man, it looked like we had a busy weekend.
Yeah, now I get to throw all this. You get to throw all this away now and throw it on the floor. We man, there's a lot of little stuff to get to today. Nothing too overly exciting. Although the biggest thing, no, like Doctor Strange has been released. No,
Right.
nothing like that. Certainly Star Trek, and the Stranger Worlds, and a couple of little things that came out for the world to see, like the trailers of She-Hulk and the trailers of House of the Dragon and things like that. So yeah, we're going to talk about some other stuff.
Let's put it up there. I'm just starting to see it come up on the docket right now. Thank you, sir.
But don't worry.
Price topics.
But I say we get started.
Let's do.
I'm
excited.
Good. Oh man, I love it when Mike's. I love when he says that.
When he says that means when he says that means
good.
He's hosting tonight. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's get started. Quiet on the set. That's what we like to say. No, we just started saying that like last week. Just saying. I don't want to hear you slurp, Game God. All right, here we go. Oh. Strange New Worlds again. She-Hulk has released an official trailer. So has the House of Dragon, which has been out a little bit. Avatar 2. Did you see that one when you went to see Doctor Strange? And of course, the newest thing of Cobra Kai Season 5 trailer is out.
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, and here's your host, Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Episode number 345 on our way to 345? Did I say 245 or 345?
You said
345. You said 345.
Okay, because we're on our way to 350.
Yeah, 300. Okay.
I'm like, we got there. I didn't want to make sure I didn't put us back 100 episodes. We've been doing this a long time.
Don't do us like it did to Picard now. Come on now.
Oh,
Picard season. What? How did I do? What did I say? I don't remember.
I'm just saying, don't do it like they did to Picard.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
Don't
get stuck in the past. That's for sure. If you ever listen to any of our podcasts, if you're listening to one now, thanks for listening, and thanks for sharing with on social media or talking about it with friends or whatever, because that's how we gain listeners from all over the world, and we certainly appreciate that. And if you ever go back and listen to some older podcasts, I don't know how many. I mean, at one point in time, all of them were there in Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcast. I don't know if that's still the same. I don't know if you go back and listen to episode 1. I'm not even sure.
It's in the cloud.
No, well,
I know, but I mean, I don't know if it's really. It could be really accessible. I don't know.
Better be.
But
did we run out of space?
It would sound a lot different than this one. I will tell you.
A little bit, yeah.
So don't go back and listen to it. Because it's not the same. It's not the same. I think we're so much better than episode 1.
The biggest difference.
Am I wrong?
Gigi's not there.
That's right.
I'm not an OG. I'm a special guest on episode 3. That's a fun fact.
No, you're still an OG.
Guest. That was
yeah. You're an OG. I'm just saying it would really sound different.
It would.
I came on. Fun fact, came on to episode 3, and I don't think I was a regular until we hit double digits.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I know. I became a regular when you guys talked about how I like my how I like my Walking Dead. Yeah.
How do you like your zombies? What does zombies taste like?
It tastes like chicken. That's a, you know what, that needs to come out of the archive for
That's
We need to
funny.
play that for
We
some
do.
time. That would be hilarious. Anyway, thanks for listening to the podcast. We are truly awed and amazed every time we have to look at the statistics from our podcast, because that's part of what we do. We have to look at it, and when we do, we are simply amazed. So thanks for tuning in too, folks like Jean tuning into the live session here. She's with us tonight in the one of the worlds, Facebook world. We are on YouTube and Facebook and all these other platforms. We started one time to do a Patreon for like hidden content. It's there. It's everything is filled out except making it official and live. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is weird because
we got a ton of stuff, man. A ton of stuff.
Oh, so much stuff. We do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we think, wow, would anybody want to see this stuff? Because you're gonna have to pay to see it. That's the thing. There's things that you go, well, what would you do for money? What would you do for money? And I go, well, I'd show them the bloopers for money. But otherwise, I'm not interested in showing you money.
I don't know if even if money, if they would show the bloopers.
Well,
no, for me, that's my threshold. So I go, all right, you got to pay me a little bit to see a blooper.
see some bloopers.
To see a moose blooper, yes, you got to pay a little bit for that. You want to see a Game God blooper? Just watching that episode.
Just tune in every week.
every episode you have it.
You got one at least.
Hey, a sneak behind the curtain.
I'm pretty sure I could probably pull up an audio blooper here. Just
no. You don't need that. No. We're on a limited time right now.
You see, that's the kind of stuff that I think that people, of course, if you enjoy Game God's personality, you would find it funny, I think, as well. So
absolutely.
Anyway.
Yeah. I know that's the one you want to do.
And by the way, we're not talking about $20 a month. We're talking about like $1 a month.
Speak for yourself. I'm a worth for at least 10.
10? Oh, okay.
Well, we always have something more to say once we get off the podcast. Once we get recording live, we just keep going.
Oh, well, see, that's part of the thing that we, because we kind of extend out after the end of the podcast. We kind of catch up and talk about anything that we miss during our podcast, and we think to ourselves, man, people might want to listen to that too. They might want to hear what we have to say before we come on here and do the pregame or even the podcast. We're on and we're talking and we're joking around. We're trying to get ourselves in the right frame of mind for what we're talking about tonight. And that can be entertaining, I promise you. And it's not always sci-fi. It's
not.
It could be literally 15 minutes of music going, oh, I remember that song. Check this out. And then we sing it. So that's the part that you're missing.
That's the blooper.
That's what you got to pay for, because I don't sing for free.
Or the B-side of the album.
Yeah.
B-side.
People say, well, why would you pay for that? Why would you need money? And I've always said it costs a lot more to do a podcast than you could possibly imagine.
Hey, show them the Carfax. Show them the podcast.
Yeah, please.
Show them the pod.
Amazing. The pod facts.
Yep.
But I digress. I appreciate you guys.
And I gotta tell you, someone's gotta pay for the MiFi.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody needs
to.
Gene, we could clear out the storage for Patreon. Yeah.
We could
Hey, which one we starting with? The 8x10, the 10x15? Which one we gonna start with?
Don't start with 8x10. That might have the most money.
Hey, give him a sneak peek. Oh yeah, I'm a bid on that one.
Yeah, a bid on that one. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about some of this stuff that's come out over the past couple of weeks. We'll save our Star Trek, Stranger Worlds. It's going to be kind of funny to say that SNW.
Yes.
SNW, Star Trek SNW, TOS, TNG, we've got TOS, TNG, DS9, we have those.
Yeah.
SNW doesn't roll off the tongue yet.
It doesn't, no, because it's so strange and new to us. So
it is strange. Yeah, very strange.
Star Trek.
What about first of all, at May 27th, Top Gun comes out.
Ooh.
Feel the need.
And so yeah, Maverick. Top Gun Maverick. And what else comes out May 27th?
Obi-Wan
Kenobi. There you go. I just want to see if anybody else is listening. Obi-Wan Kenobi. So that's a big day. It's a big day for us. Huge Star Wars day.
I'm glad they're competing against each other.
Yeah. Well, me too, because they're gonna get my money both ways. So I love it
all day long.
So you're gonna watch Top Gun opening weekend? Is that what you're telling me?
I probably will. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Come
so
on,
too.
you know,
I think
I'm
it's
an
gonna
80s
be.
kid.
Hey, it's gonna be probably the first non-Marvel movie that I go see in the theaters in a long time.
Yeah, I think you're going to be right on that.
I was recently having a get together with some people. Anyway, they were I was listening to some people talk about this Top Gun movie and about how they thought that it was just gonna tank. This is gonna stink. Not gonna be a good movie. And I'm like, you don't say that. You know, you can't say that.
I can't see it.
Well, I can't either because the trailer looks good. But there's nothing that we're pinning it on. It's not like a Marvel. You're like, okay, it's Doctor Strange coming out, so you have certain expectations. The only expectation you have is this going to be good. That's it.
All right. I have an expectation. I want to see planes in the air. I want to see fighting. I want to see fighter planes.
Check,
okay.
Check.
Okay.
I want to see Maverick.
Check.
I got him.
Okay.
All right. And I want to see Goose. Not Goose. Sorry. He passed away.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I know.
I want to see Iceman. Check. I want to see him. I'm done. I mean, that's good.
Hey, and I want 80s music. Check.
You gotta
yes, absolutely. Yep.
Hey, listen, if Kenny Loggins doesn't do the theme, the soundtrack to this, I'm going to be disappointed. I know Kenny had to come out of retirement for this, but he better have done it.
John Williams can do it. Listen, if John Williams can do it, Kenny Loggins can do it.
You know what? I'll go only mustache, and I'll shave the rest of this off if it's a great movie.
Whoa.
That's a record.
Let's
now.
slow
That's
down. We're going to visit this. What are you going to consider to be a great movie?
That's up to me.
No.
You don't
get to that.
Hey,
he'll come
you
back.
know what? I think it has to.
It was really good, really good, but it wasn't great. That's what he's going to say.
Hey, I think what we need to do, you got to get at least an 8.5 from both me and Magic Mike.
No, because you'll say it no matter what. Are you kidding me?
No. Listen, we got reputations. We just can't be making up.
No, I'm not. Game Gods, he's all over the board with his, so I wouldn't count on him. But mine's going to be accurate. So
listen,
you know what? I'm going to get JP to come in on that, and then I'll get his version.
I like that.
Oh, you don't want to do that. You want to do that?
It'll be really low.
No. Don't tell him. Don't tell him the reason. Just ask him what it is.
Listen, yeah, he won't see this afterwards anyway. So,
yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a week late.
I think I like that 8.5. What do you think, Mike? 8.5.
Listen, because this is how we can guarantee it one way or the other. Okay, if we can agree that it was a 10, he has to do it. That seems fair, right?
Okay.
No, I need to agree that it's a 10 before.
We have to agree.
All right. That's fair enough.
Fair, right?
Fair enough.
Okay.
That's fair.
He can't have any kind
That's
of vote
fair.
on his own
Game
mustache. Come on, man.
It literally takes me months to grow this
No,
this
it does
beard.
not.
Months.
Please. It takes me years to grow this little
I think I'll have this. Yeah, I have this beard back in like 6 hours. It's okay.
Hey, did your beard grow while we recorded?
It has. Quarter of an inch. What about June 3rd? What comes out June 3rd?
June 3rd.
You guys don't remember? We just talked about.
What is this pop? Is this pop quiz?
I know.
Yeah, June 3rd. Let's see. It is. Oh my goodness! You just told me.
We just talked about it.
I'm laughing as I see Game God's eyes looking over to his computer. June 3rd.
Yeah, I'm like, is he here? Is he here? What's on June 3rd? Okay. The boys on Netflix is going to be.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that. So.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's coming back. If your
text was moving.
Oh. All right. Well, let's talk about She-Hulk. She-Hulk official trailer is out. What's your first thoughts on this, Magic Mike?
That was the trailer. That was the She-Hulk trailer. I gotta tell you, I am very unimpressed. I feel like it is.
Did you think that you were going to see the Hulk in it?
I did not. That was the only good thing that I liked about it was I got to see the Hulk because you're going to see maybe a handoff there. But I felt like it wasn't meant for movie style TV series that we were hoping for. Because it doesn't feel, I don't get that feeling. It feels like that as She-Hulk, she's starting out as just not being the superhero, which I understand. They got to start somewhere, but we didn't get that with the Hulk. He came right into the role. And so I'd rather her come right into the role because I think we're going to get too much backstory. And I think that's where it's going to go.
Like you talking a backstory again? Yeah. We need more backstory on our superheroes. More. Give me more backstory. Game God, what's your first take on She-Hulk?
So I got to disagree with Mike in here. I think this might actually be a refreshing take. I did know that Hulk was going to be in it, and I also knew that Abomination was going to be in it because
Abomination. That's the other one you saw in the tank.
Yeah, I was surprised that they showed them in the trailer.
Yeah.
But I think we need a change up, right? And here's why I say that: we're coming off the heels of Doctor Strange being horrific and horror and bloody and stuff like that, and I think we need like a palette reset. Like we need something kind of like a little humor, a little. Bring the family back into Marvel kind of deal.
Okay.
And I say that from
Gene says more action. See, I agree with that. I agree.
Oh, you mean no? I don't say we don't have action, right? But I think that backstory. If they keep the backstory to one episode, I'm okay with it.
Right, but think of where we've gone, like with Moon Knight. With no action really. So we need more action.
Absolutely.
So I get it, and I think we'll get the action, but I don't know if we're gonna get a far-fetched bad guy. And I think it's just gonna be kind of like a real soft-hearted comedy kind of show, and I think that's what's gonna be different about it because we haven't really gotten a comedy Disney Plus MCU-ish type show yet. So I think this is gonna be it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me ask you a question. You didn't think Loki was comedy?
No. I didn't think Loki was comedy.
Really?
No, I thought Loki was comedy. Like that it's categorized as comedy. No, I think it had
not categorized. I don't think this is going to be categorized as comedy.
Stuff in there, but I think this will need more comedy than any of the other shows.
Well, let me ask you this: is Loki just off topic because we're talking about Marvel TV shows? Is Loki still a bad guy?
No, I think he's become the Avengers /
Deadpool?
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say, but I didn't want to say Deadpool, but yeah, he's become
the Loki pool.
Well, to your point about the comedy piece, but I would agree, but it feels like I'm watching a Disney Plus TV show,
ABC special, Sunday
right?
Special.
That's what it felt like. So to me, that's not the comedy I'm looking for. I want the comedy.
Yeah, exactly. We're watching Full House with She-Hulk.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, that's what the trailer felt like. We had some little bit of action here and there, but I don't think you're going to get the action that we want. We're not.
Yeah. I'm really hoping for some action. I was a little thrown back. My first impression was She-Hulk doesn't look that bad on that. I was expecting worse. I don't know why. I was expecting worse.
Looked great. I thought she looked great.
I thought it looked good. I thought it looked good because I was expecting worse. It came out as my low expectation came out as a high because I'm like, oh yeah, that looks pretty good.
You think she looks more CGI or less CGI than Hulk?
I think she looks less CGI than Hulk.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. That's what made me think, oh, she looks good.
I think she looks great. I'm just concerned about the series.
Well, Abomination isn't a bad way to go because this is now we're getting into like real bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'd like to see is some other real bad guys. And of course he's a strong one. So he could certainly hold his own against She-Hulk.
So I think you're talking about what you want because here's what we have to be careful.
Well, I think that's what we're going to see.
We're going to see Abomination, but we're not going to see him in full force. I don't think throughout the series.
I don't.
I think he's going to have. I think he's going to have some cameos here and there. That's what I think, and I think we're going to be.
I agree. I agree because he looked like he was captured. He looked like he was in a containment unit of some sort. And if I get him always confused, is the Abomination the general or a military guy that turned into the Abomination, or is that the Red Hawk? I always get those confused.
No, not Abomination. I don't believe so. I would have to look at that up, Game God. I got it. But here's the thing. Don't think Abomination killed Superman. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what I thought you were going to go with that. That's worlds colliding.
Yes, worlds colliding. No, we did get to see Abomination in one of the Hulk with Ed Norton. I think it was. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not a buyer yet. I hope I'm wrong.
Listen, if we sat through WandaVision, Moon Knight, Loki.
Listen,
Come on,
hey,
man.
I'm
I
not
said
saying
through
I'm not
Moon
going
Knight.
to watch it. I'm just saying
She-Hulk is going to be a breeze. I think that's going to be terrific. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good as long as the story's okay.
Well,
I'm just saying, as far as no. Listen to me. I'm saying because
I
there
think
is
it's gonna be
something-
good as long as they're a movie.
Oh, see, this is you guys.
All right, John Madden. Hey, he's gonna throw the football when he hikes it.
Listen, I'm the John Madden podcast right here. Listen to me. What I'm saying is that the graphics and the acting looks to be okay, and that's what I was concerned with initially. So since that's checked off, I think that the story, I agree with what Game God said, talking about the backstory. As you guys know, I can't stand to keep talking about the backstory. Like, just give me, we understand. Please spend 10 minutes on the backstory and move forward. We can fill in the blank.
You're not going to. They're going to take 2 or 3 episodes. I promise you they're going to take 2 or 3 episodes.
Oh, they're not. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do that. No,
we'll find
will.
out.
They will. Yeah, that's a problem. And it's gonna be 10 series, it's gonna be 10 episodes, and it'll be done. And then we're going, man, I wish they had put more action in that.
This bad boy
10 episodes.
6.
Is it 6?
Is it 6?
I don't know. That's typical. That's typical Marvel fashion.
Killing me.
I'll tell you.
Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Okay. Hulk. She-Hulk. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing some of that. I really hope they don't spend too much time with the Hulk either. I was surprised to see him in there. Thanks, but let's move forward.
Move on. Yep.
Okay, let's go to the next
10
one.
10 half-hour episodes, by the way.
Okay, 10.
Yeah, that's fine. How about the House of Dragon? Now, this predates Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Thank you. Sorry, just I'm multitasking here,
I got
so my brain doesn't multitask. My hands can.
That is so much. There's so much truth to that.
Yeah.
So much truth to
Listen,
that. Oh
listen,
my goodness.
I'd pay Patreon for that part right there.
Okay, so my first impressions here. I'll take this one first. You guys don't mind. I know you don't.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Go ahead.
It's been a week.
Tell me what you got, Mike. Let me tell you what I got.
I think the House of Dragons looks that looks good. When I see, because I really didn't see all the actors who was going to be in it, but Matt Smith looks great. He looks terrific in that. I think that it gives a great Game of Thrones feel to it, and it makes me want to see it.
Oh, Moose, let me tell you, you took every word out of my mouth there. This brought me back to like true Game of Thrones fashion. Like, I'm talking about season 3, 4, 5. Like,
where it was good.
Right in the thick of it. Like right in the thick of it. The feel, the music, the set, the people. They look great. Again, Matt Smith looked like he was carved for this role. The way his demeanor looks. He looked like long white hair people and dragon.
It's true. It's true.
Listen, it was. I wanted they only gave us a minute. And it's the turn. It was a minute
like
40,
it
was
it's like
143. It was 143. But that bad boy ended at like 115. I'm like, wait, I still got 30 more seconds. Let's go. But man, here's the thing: these shows take so long to film, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna get this, and it's probably gonna come out one episode at a time, which it's gonna leave you salivating for more. Right? It's gonna be an hour long. Do you wait to get 3 or 4 episodes and then watch them, or do you want you do one and wait a week?
I think if you like social media, you better watch it when it comes.
You gotta watch it. Hey, it came out at midnight and 1 minute. You better watch it. But I gotta tell you, I feel the only thing that scares me about this, because everything you said is exactly true to the 10th power. What makes this scary for me is that we're going to get one season and it's going to be another 2 years before we get another season.
Man,
I don't think they're going to make that same mistake.
They're not going to make the same mistake. And I got to
say, just these shows are so epic, though.
Well, and I'm coming in from the outside because I did not watch GOT. I was not into it, but this looks, like you said, Moose, looks really, really good. And Matt Smith, I was not a fan of his only from the days of Doctor Who. But he looks perfect here. I mean, he looks like he was meant for this part. He's got acting chops. For Doctor Who, I didn't like him. But I think this looks incredible to me. It's almost like I'm seeing it for the first time ever.
Yeah. And listen, this is a show from the trailer, right? We're going by the trailer. I think that the trailer tells it all, right? I think this is going to be a show that's going to have long lasting effect, like Game of Thrones. The fan base from Game of Thrones is an instant plug and play.
So here's the thing: is it going to be? Is this a redeem season or show for the lack of the last season?
It has to be.
I think it has to be, right?
Yeah,
so I think, could it redeem Game of Thrones altogether though? I'm not so sure about.
It could redeem it.
Well, here's the thing for me. I was about to say is watching this trailer makes me want to go back and start watching Game of Thrones.
That's true because it had that feel to it. Now I will say, Alex in the chat room says, are they filming multiple seasons at the same time? If they didn't, that was a mistake. Because if there's one thing I learned from Peter Jackson, that is film everything, go all in for the entire length. Just do it. Knock out 3 seasons. And so that everybody looks the same, the makeup artists are the same, the actors are the same age. Like just do it.
Yeah,
and then release it, and I say that because that truly seems like the best way to do that type of thing. So anyway,
just keep filming, don't stop.
Don't stop.
They announced. I don't think they're doing that because I think they just announced. I think they just announced a couple of days ago that they got signed for season 2.
They don't even know what. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hey, real quick, speaking of season 2, this is on the docket, but I wanted to talk about it. I'm sure you're keeping up with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. So I read from a source today that it said, man, I watch it 24/7.
I bet.
It said that Amber Heard is all out of Aquaman 2, which I thought that was interesting.
I heard that was.
Yeah, I did read that. that they edited out a lot of her scenes.
No. Yeah, I read initial reports where they were editing out a lot of her, but I then since had a report sent over to me saying that they completely took her out of Aquaman 2.
That kind of I want to revisit for just a minute, Moose. I don't know if you've actually seen the Fantastic Beasts, the most
Snyder cut. No,
because I know you talked about going to see it. So I don't know if you actually went and saw the new Fantastic Beasts.
Magic Mike, my plate has been full, and I haven't been able to snag that one yet for various reasons. But what can you tell me about it?
Well, I was just
Mike ruined it for me,
of,
by the way. Mike ruined it for me. He said it wasn't that great. So I said,
exactly. So I'm like, I got time.
I'm gonna watch it on VHS.
But I'm just saying, it's honest.
Well, sure, absolutely. But I guess my point being is that could we rewind time and put Johnny Depp back in there? And I just wish that was the case.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you know what? Listen, as eccentric as he is, he fits that role. Yep. And I think from seeing it,
Game God, I think he lives that role.
Yes.
You might be right there. Jack Sparrow during the day.
I think, same guy. Same
guy. Grindelwald at night.
Grindelwald at night. I was about to say.
Now listen.
With the chariot and all, I'll tell you right now.
So they've signed Margot Robbie to do some of the stuff coming up for the new Pirates, and we were going to have her on the podcast a while back, and her rep said that not right now, she's busy filming and there was some other stuff. So I'm like, okay, well we'll check back later on and see, but I think that would be interesting to get her. And of course, we wouldn't bring up Johnny Depp, but the fact that going into a big no, we would not do that.
Absolutely.
But the fact that we're going into a going into a big franchise and what the expectations are and how those shoes feel.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you. I'm just pretending that she's on the show right at this moment.
Well, Moose, let me tell you.
Okay, so let's anyway, House of Dragon. I'm Avatar 2. We saw a preview of that when Doctor Strange, at least I did. I think it's pretty clear how Game God feels on this.
Yeah,
Game God, go ahead.
I gotta tell you, is this even worth it anymore?
Right, there you go.
I'm sad that Disney made a park around this. I think that at this point they're all in. All the chips are in the middle of the table at this point for them. Yeah. But watching this trailer, I was like, what's the point? What is the point? Blue guys, humans, and then cave people. I'm like,
well,
okay.
That's just it. It's going to be the same thing. We're getting the same thing. I mean, we know the cinematography is going to be great. We know that. But is that what we're going to do? Do we want to just go to see that?
I got to tell you, I'm not that interested.
Yeah,
I don't know
not.
why. Just telling you for my feeling as a sci-fi fan, I go, I get it. If that was your cup that you drank from Avatar, then you're going to go drink out of the cup again because you liked it.
Well, I like the first one. I really like the first one. But again,
listen.
that's all we needed. We didn't need a second one.
I didn't say if you saw it and you liked it. I said if that was your cup, if that was your thing. If you're going to Disney to go to Avatar, then you're definitely going to see it. You know.
Well, here's the thing. I remember what I felt like when I first saw the Avatar. When it first came out, I saw it in IMAX 3D. I spent the big bucks to see it. I remember the
so I blame you for making it the top.
It was my fault. It was what's going on, Rob? But I can tell you right now, I definitely am far from that feeling, man. I'm like this. I wouldn't even be. I'd rather watch the Fantastic Beasts without Johnny Depp than watch the new Avatar.
All right, so when Avatar comes out, you're gonna go see the Fantastic Beasts.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I'm just
welcome to the chat room, Rob. I see you out there.
Rob, you missed it, Rob. We talked about She-Hulk. I know that's your person there. I know that's what you're looking forward to.
I'll circle back. If Rob has some comments, I'll circle back to that. That's not a problem. I'm not interested in seeing Avatar 2. I might see it if I can catch it streaming somewhere. But I'm not interested in going to the movie theater and seeing it. I don't know how long it'll be.
Top Gun. He's going to see Top Gun before.
It'll probably be over 3 hours, I would imagine. But I'm just not that interested in seeing it. That's all. I mean, and it might be okay. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just not that interested. You know, it just doesn't.
Avatar 2 is going to be.
The point you said, Moose, was right there. It might be okay. That's not good enough to go see a movie. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
No, Avatar 2 is the Smurfs grown up. Come on, stop.
Not if I have to wear a mask. Not if I have to wear a mask the entire time. Cobra Kai season 5.
Cobra Kai.
I can't believe this bit. I think we've gone through 5 seasons of Cobra Kai already, guys.
That's
Can you believe
crazy. That is incredible. That's awesome.
Karate Kid all over again. I mean, it's incredible. First impressions, Magic Mike, of season 5 trailer.
Oh, I was so excited when I saw this trailer come up. And I turned it on, and I felt excited still as I watched it play through. This looks – that's funny that Rob says that because that's what Game God said. It's going to be a comedy, She-Hulk. But, yeah, this looks incredible. We keep wondering, how long can they keep it going? Well, the trailer tells me they can keep it going. It looks really, really good.
They could keep it going.
I mean, we got a couple things that we get to see. We see Miguel coming back, which is –
I didn't think we were going to see that guy.
I didn't think we were
going to
see
– Yeah.
Yeah, none of us saw it. And then Terry Silver, I mean, he looks like he stepped into this role even more. You can see him getting into that role as that person again, even more. And then Chosen, he's coming back. This is going to be a great, great season. And I don't know. Again, the question is, can they keep it going?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that. I think now in season 5 from the trailer, I see like they're starting to branch 2 different storylines going on in season 5, right? Because at this point, you don't need Johnny Lawrence as much as I like him, he's really not part of the storyline anymore, right? And listen, and if history says anything, the old Predators weren't that great either. But you don't need as much as I like Johnny Lawrence is not part of the Silver Chosen storyline. Like that storyline is going to develop on its own with their own people, right? They've taken Miguel and they've taken the other kid out too, the Johnny Lawrence's son. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
They took him out too, so they have their own thing going on in Mexico or wherever they're at. Mexico,
is that going to be the way you go to 6, 7, and 8?
Well, you're going to have to. I think at this point, where else do you go? We say this every time, right? Where else do you go? If you're using only Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3, you've used everything you have.
It's all the chips have been out. Yeah, all the cards have been dealt. You're going, I can't go to the well anymore. I can't do it.
The only thing that changed is that if you have Mr. Miyagi come out in hologram form. That's the only thing that would change.
But they could get a deep fake of Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, that would be good. Absolutely, they could.
Well, very nice.
To your point, Game God, because they're having all these dojos open up everywhere, right?
Yeah. So they don't need.
How about zombie? How about zombie Miyagi?
Zombie Miyagi.
Yeah,
I'm in. I'm all in on that one.
Wait.
Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange brings out zombie Miyagi, and he teaches everybody.
I think so. My opinion on the trailer, man. Listen, I'm in. I'm in. Like you watch the trailer.
I really didn't think they were going to be able to hook me with a trailer again for season 5, and they did. And I'm like, I gotta watch it now. Now I have to watch it.
Hey, I watched the trailer saying I'm gonna look for something bad to watch, so I don't want to watch this again. Right? I'm like, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh man, this looks good.
Well,
it's like, and I watch it again.
It's true.
And I watch it again, and I'm like, I'm watching this.
Yeah.
Well, what's really awesome is it's coming out like 3 months earlier because it usually comes out around New Year's. It's coming out in September, so this is I'm really excited for that.
Cobra Kai.
I gotta get more T-shirts. All right, how about the last thing on our list tonight, guys? Star Trek. By the way, Rob, just like Magic Mike said, Game Guy already called it being a comedy. Game God and Magic Mike talked a little bit about that of She-Hulk being a comedy. So just so you know, that's and I think it's gonna be pretty good. That's my first.
If you haven't seen it, check the trailer. Just dropped like an hour or two ago.
Yeah. How about Star Trek SNW Strange New Worlds? I will go again first. No, I won't. Magic Mike, tell me episode 2 in Strange New Worlds.
He's gonna say everything. Go ahead.
I know he will say everything, and then I'll just have to agree, and then we close down the show.
You know I don't do that. You think you went to Game God first is where you think you went to, but I don't do that. I don't take everybody's stuff. Here's what I'm gonna say, because it's only 2 episodes in, and we've talked about where they're gonna go. They brought us in with the first episode. Moose called it was going to be a good show. I'm going to take a step above that. This could be the best Star Trek ever.
You're going down my path, brother. I like it. I like where you're going.
This is so good. I'm getting goosebumps talking about another episode, a great episode by itself. We don't have to have a backstory with it going to somewhere else. This is so good. I mean, I would rather watch this over and over and over again than watch Halo at all. But I'm loving this. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh yeah, absolutely more interesting than Discovery, Rob, without question. Sorry, I'm having trying my words out because Moose said the problem is.
Wait. What's Alex saying that we lost it? Well, we lost it to what? We lost.
He's talking about Magic Mike's comment that it could be the best. That's what I think he's talking about.
Yeah, and I'll just say
for those listening on the podcast, so in the chat room, Alex said, "No way, you've lost it," and I think he's talking about the comment of Magic Mike. He'll correct us if he hasn't.
Yeah, and Moose is going to make sure he sets me straight one way or the other. So
I will.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, Game God, I'll give you your piece, and then I'm gonna take this thing home. So go ahead.
Okay, so you know what? I still think it's a great show. I think it was a little less than the first episode for me, right? And here's the reason why. I think the episode did not get interesting until we saw the Shepherds, and the Shepherds for me was what really pulled me back in because I was starting to lose a little bit. I felt like it was starting to be a little too Star Trek-y for me. It was like a little too much, a little bit. Yeah, I know. But remember, I'm coming in.
I love what he's saying. I love what he's saying because when I'm coming up in my little segment here, I'm gonna take that, run with it. Keep going.
Yeah, so the first half of the show was a little too much Star Trek. Come on, guys, let's get something going on here, right? And then when they when the story came and started to come out with the asteroid and the shepherd and all that stuff, I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. All right, so and they pulled me back in for that, right? And then how they always have some philosophical saying or thought process at the very end of the show. I was like, okay, and then that's, by the way, that's the Spock I remember, by the way, that was on the show right now to this episode. But listen, I'm a buyer. I don't have anything negative to say about it, except for the fact that, like I said, the first episode I was hooked minute to minute from beginning to end, from title screen to title screen. This episode, I walked away from the TV, made a sandwich, came back, and it wasn't because I wasn't interested. I just wasn't. I was like, okay, it's too much. So go ahead, Moose. Bring it home and negate everything I said.
Okay, let me sit back, buckle up,
Alex,
everybody.
I'm with you there, Alex. I'm with you.
Wait, Moose. I gotta comment on that. Game God has maybe seen one episode of Next Generation, and I'll leave it at that.
No. I've seen at least 14 or 15 episodes.
That's pushing it. Maybe 10. He may have called the Cliff Note. Listen, first of all, Alex, he's for those listening, he's saying that Next Gen is number one, and I would typically agree with what Alex is saying. By all means, I love the TNG. I love it. I mean, it is my favorite. I think I could put it on any given time, watch any episode. Like it's so solid. It's so solid. But let me just say, and take this from a man.
Hey, put that comment up on the screen.
Hey, take it from a man with Captain Pike hair. Let me tell you something. Hey, look. This guy stole
He did.
my haircut.
He did.
Hey, it looked really like your haircut this episode.
It really did. I was like, yes, that's my haircut. What is he doing? Anyway, let me just tell you this. This is so Star Trek. It is Star Trek. Like, it brings back everything that we've been wanting from Star Trek. This puts Picard to shame. It puts Discovery to shame. It puts, man, I honestly, I got to tell you, if this would have come out at any given era, during any lineup in any season that you want to put up against it, it could compete with the best. And that's how good I think it is. Captain Pike, Anson Mount is on it. Like, he's just on it. He fits the role so good. He sells being a captain. The fact that this felt so Star Trek, like every episode is independent, but you get a little something that can carry to the next, and the next, and the next. Just a little bit.
Preach.
You don't need a whole. Yeah, thank you. So here's the thing. It is only going to get better, and I can't say enough good about what I'm seeing in Strange New World so far. This thing, I mean, you Game God, you talking about the Shepherds. That was incredible. That's classic Star Trek to move an alien that you got like, okay, this is our first contact with this alien, and now we got to figure out, we got to speak the same language, and it is so good. I was a little concerned about his bridge, his commanders on the bridge being either good or bad, like whether they could sell the role or not. They sold it to me on this episode.
Alpha Ortega Dodge, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, like this is great. Just seeing some of these things, and then the part where she goes and gets Uhura from the cabin to go, oh yeah, no, you dress uniform. Oh,
Yes.
that is just so good. And by the way, just like we saw in Doctor Strange, just like we saw in a couple of other shows, but specifically in Star Trek 2, you get these sounds, this music that is from like TOS, that they fit in there. They just fit in like like just a little bit, just a little bit. And you get it, and you're like, oh, I got it. I'm on the inside. I know what's going on.
Alex
is killing it. Alex is killing it. You sound like a Babylon 5 fan right now. I'm losing my mind.
Oh man.
Let me tell you. So it's funny you would say all of that, Moose, because remember, I'm coming in as not an old existing Star Trek fan, right? I couldn't get into it from back in the old stuff. So it was the new stuff that was getting me excited. And that's why, for me, it pulled me back a little bit, because to all your point, to what you exactly just said, it's very Star Trek feely. It has a lot of the Star Trek similarities. I know, Mike, I know you want to jump in here. I'm not saying that makes it a bad show. It just doesn't pull me in as a new fan. I want what I saw in episode 1. Now, listen.
You did get that. You just see something a little different. It's like you want the same thing. Hey, can we just do that rerun, please? I just want the same thing. That's what you're asking for. It's the same thing. You're not going to get it. You don't.
I'm not asking for the same thing.
And for you to say that TNG was number 1, you're saying you're not a real Star Trek fan. Come on, buddy. You got to just.
No. Hold on.
Slide him out of there. Push him away. That's like saying, hey guys, I tell you what, I love Captain America, but that's just too much Marvel for me. I just couldn't. That was just too much Captain America.
That's not the same. Nope,
he threw the shield. He threw the shield way too much. I didn't like that at all, man. I need a little less Marvel in Captain America. Come on, man.
Hey, I've always identified as a new Star Trekkie.
You can't say it was too Star Trek.
Right? Yes, it was. You just said it's the old stuff. It's all the. So I do have a legit question for Magic Mike. I have a legit question for Magic Mike. One of the biggest issues you had with Discovery was that the tech was too futuristic for the time that they were in.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
how do you feel about Strange New Worlds with the tech that they've shown?
They haven't shown any. My answer for you, Magic Mike. I can't help it. They haven't shown any new tech per se at all. It is the aesthetic is different, but the tech is the same.
Yep, exactly. There are some changes because technology in real life has changed. And so there are a few things here and there. Like you don't see them, you see the handles in the turbo lift, but you don't see them use them. I would love to see that because TOS, you had to turn the handle to tell you and say where you wanted to go. But that's okay.
That's aesthetic. That's an aesthetic, though.
That's right.
That's an aesthetic.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I will tell you this from what I can tell, and all of this, changing the future, and this Shepherd episode just reminds me that the fact that the only consistent thing that we've seen so far in these 2 episodes have been Pike's future, his vision of the future, and what happens to him. And I think this might be the one of the things that they're going to talk about of how he might be able to change his destiny, possibly. That it could change, and that would be an interesting piece if they change Pike's destiny so it doesn't happen that way, and that would make the show run a lot longer.
I was going to say, Moose, because my only letdown for this show is what we know about Captain Pike.
We know about Pike.
That's right. The only thing, because it feels like we only may get like 3 seasons out of it, and that would be my only letdown.
You think you get 3? I think it's going to be a one and done.
No, you out of your mind.
No, I'm not saying because I want it to be. I think it is a one and done.
You think really? That would be a disappointment.
I think
there's no way they're going to make so much money. Listen, the fact that they're going to sell so much merch from this thing. Listen, after watching this, I go and I'm looking up. I'm like, man, I need to buy something Star Trek. I need to buy something Star Trek.
Hey, you heard Gene? Got to wear the gold shirt.
That's right, baby. I'm all. Listen. Do not get me. I'm going to reach over here. I apologize. So I go off camera here. Look. I will wear my badge here. I wear my badge here. Like, do not get me started. Gene, I will get started.
Alex's comment again. Put Alex's comment on. You sound like a Babylon 5 fan.
Listen, whatever. Listen, here's the thing.
Salivating at the mouth here.
I'm telling you, this thing is going to be, this thing is going to rock it. And so I go and search, and my last comment, I find something. I'm like, what can I buy that's big? Like, I want something big. I want something presents that I can put into a room. And I go, remember this thing that we saw it a while back, guys. I don't know if you remember.
Warp Drive.
This could have been a pregame conversation or something like that. The Star Trek Playmobil. You've seen these toys.
Yes,
they're for little kids. Playmobil has this Enterprise, and it's huge. And they have all the characters, and the top comes off, and you can get inside the bridge.
He ordered it already.
No, but I'm telling you, it's like $500. And I'm like,
hasn't stopped
I'd like to put this up. I'd like to put this up.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on now.
I'm just saying. Like, I really want to get it.
Mike, you know better, right?
I know better.
That doesn't mean nothing.
Listen,
this is a guy who's dropped. He's bought 4 lightsabers in one.
Doesn't matter.
Disney. Come on,
it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that it's Playmobil, and that's the reason why I have the hesitation, because I go, I'm gonna put my hands on it before I buy it. But here's the thing. It's Enterprise, and that's why I started looking. I'm like, I gotta get some old stuff. I gotta get some, like, give me some with Enterprise on it again.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love this show. It's my favorite new show.
Absolutely, my favorite as well. Listen, I'm going to put Alex in Game God's category since he wants to brag about Game God. I bet Alex was a huge WandaVision fan. I'm guessing.
There's nothing wrong with that, because apparently he's better than Moon Knight. Apparently he's better than Moon Knight. See, Moose, what you need to do, Moose, is as you walk through different rooms in your mansion, right? Your doors have to go.
Listen, I'm all about it. They don't do this, but they do this.
Yes, yeah. In case you're wondering, says this is too Star Trek for me.
Hey, I shouldn't know that. Thank you for correcting.
But absolutely, I'm all for it. Now I have to convince if I ever have a realtor, no, you can't change that. I'm sorry. The house sells just like that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, final thoughts. Sort of 20 by 20. It's right. It's exactly right. It's exactly right, Gene. Oh, I'm gonna have to go buy a barn in the middle of New Mexico and just do the Star Trek thing out there, I guess.
That's it.
Final thoughts, Game God? Anything to leave us with?
Halo's
Rob,
coming.
what did Rob think about Moon Knight? I don't even know.
I don't know what Rob. Come on, Rob, throw a comment in there.
Go ahead.
I'm saying Halo. It's coming to an end. We need to know what you guys thought. So let's see. Let's see.
Did it come to an end?
No, it's coming to an end. It's coming close.
to an end.
Let's hope.
I thought it did.
2 more
I thought it
episodes.
did.
2 more,
We can only
2 more.
hope it comes to an end soon. Hey,
Magic
just-
Come on, Mike.
let me throw
Come
this out
on,
there
Mike.
for you. David Tennant is confirmed for Doctor Who. I'll leave you at that.
Really? Oh, it is going to be. Oh, we got stuff to talk about. Third person. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Rob. Hey, and thanks for joining us, everybody. We want to do this again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We love ya.
I was just leaving. Da-da-da-da.
Nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert.
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcast4sci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Come to life.